Hello everyone and welcome to Mexico. Currently following around Capitan Bo E-Spirit's brand new driver. Joining me in the commentary box for the last 5 minutes of this qualifying session is the owner of Brand Star. It's Shay.
I think we're ready to go.
So, can't actually see the lights above the drivers, but you can see them down the main straight, so don't fear everyone. I will be able to count them down for you. So here we go. Here come on the lights. 5 lights are now on. And they go out, and we are away in Mexico. Seems to be a very good start from McLaren, moving into the middle of the pack. And into the middle, physically, middle of the track. However, Capitan Bo is keeping his lead. Is he or is he not? Dakar seems to have gotten the inside line into turn 1. Now through into turn 2. They are neck and neck as they now head in through turn 3. That Toyota of Warlord seems to be getting up there with them, but it still seems to have Capitan Bo in the lead. The timing tower is saying by 0.2 of a second. That gap is getting bigger and bigger as they now head down into turn 6, that hard braking zone. Who's going to be latest on the brakes? It seems to be Capitan Bo, and there's now an Aston Martin getting into the mix as they're now heading into the stadium section of the track. That gap to Dakar seems to be getting bigger and bigger every single corner. There's a Toyota fighting, and Kaikera also seems to be gaining places in the back of the field.
I'm a little surprised by Capitan's performance. He's basically doing what Dakar is doing. However, Dakar is in this race right now, and yet he's still holding ahead of him by a large amount. Let me check what kind of tires he has on. He has mediums on, and so does Dakar. So he's running a better pace than he is at the moment, which is completely interesting if you think about it.
We saw Dakar fighting with Patrick last time out in Italy. We're now seeing Capitan Bo dominating over him in Mexico. Is it drivers coming out of their shells, or is it Dakar just losing performance?
Or it could be Capitan using some sort of performance-enhancing drugs. You never know.
You never know. Dakar now closes the gap up slightly to the person in front of Capitan Bo. Now just 1.03 seconds between them, but that still is quite significant just for the 4th lap.
Gosh, Dakar and Capitan both just running away with it.
Half a second now separating them. Dakar is gaining time. So if he can make up, it looks like he's currently making up around 0.2 a second with the DRS. So in a couple of laps, he may be able to retake the lead. But you can already see the massive gap down to Professor Bloxer disconnects. He was in P3.
Oh no, that's Professor Bloxer out of the race. His car's still standing though, so it's gonna be, he won't be collidable. However, that is his car out of the race now. That's Professor Bloxer dead in the water. Professor
Bloxer, best of the rest in the midfield, no longer contest this race. F1 fan, Warlord, Wolf Landry, Kaikera, and well, pretty much everyone else in this race is going to get a free position out of that disconnect as he now falls to the back of the grid.
Aston Martin right now is going to be in P3 on the constructors, but right now Audi Sports has got 76 points. If they're able to do something this race, if both drivers are able to get a good amount of points,
there's a big crash, there's a big crash! Who is that? That's Wolf Landry out of the race. That's JQM Rec out of the race. That's Warlord out of the race. That's the 2 Novena's out of the race.
5. Hang on a second. That's a yellow flag.
That's Dino Zurich's out of the race. That's the other BMW out of the race of Dino. That's a McLaren out of the... No, it's not. McLaren's not out of the race yet. Everyone getting out. We're going to see who's behind them. Oh, that was... Blimey. Oh my god.
I'm hearing that was instant collision.
Okay, the front right has...
Whoa! What's that pile up? What is that pile up?
Wait, what?
There's a pile up main straight.
Happened?
I'm alive, but there's a pile up.
And we're gonna call red flag.
Red flag, calling red flag? Okay, that is a red flag, everyone. Here we go then, for the second start of today. 5 lights are on, and they go out, and we are away again in Mexico. Now, there's an Audi moving to the middle of the track, unlike the McLaren last time. They're going into turn 1 at the same time. Dakar seems to have now pipped Capitan Beau for the lead. Unlike the last start, he has gotten ahead. Capitan Beau is not going to give in though. He is going to try and fight back. There's now an Aston Martin, a Lotus and an Audi all fighting for 3rd position. However, Dakar is now moving to the right of the track for some reason, probably trying to cut off of Capitan Beau's slipstream as they now go into turn 6, the hard braking zone. Who's going to get out on top? They're neck and neck for position, the E-Spirit and the Ferrari. However, it looks like the Ferrari is staying on top for the time being, as the E-Spirit now takes the lead. Padicuro is making up positions, fighting with Fernand in the Aston Martin. This is a very close battle. One person of Padicuro looks to be on the mediums. The other person in the Aston Martin of Fernand seems to be on the softs. They may be on completely opposite strategies here then.
Seems a lot of people are starting to be a little more careful in their lines. Don't want something to happen that just happened where 6 of our drivers were completely destroyed from the race. Actually, 7 of them.
But
oh, we got our first pit. Fernand. Fernand's pitting.
So he's going to come in to change from the soft compound of tyres, most likely to the mediums or maybe even the hards, as there are still 20 laps remaining in this race. So I'm going to find out what compound he switches to in just a hot minute. And he has switched. He's gone to the hards. That's going to be very interesting for endurance, and it also sends him right to the back of the field with a big gap down to TDM fan in the bagger.
And the only person I believe we've seen pit so far has been Fernand.
But that is about to change. Well, there's 2 Audis at the back of the field, and there's 3 people in the pits. It's both of the Vaggers, and it's Cool Plug Alt. TDM Fan, Jogsy, and Cool Plug Alt are now pitting. Both Vaggers are going from the mediums. Let's see what tyres they put on. One goes for the hards, and they both go for the hards. They're both on the exact same strategy. Cool Plug Alt has also switched tyres, and he, I believe, may have gone onto the softs. I can't exactly see until he rounds this corner. Yes, he has. He's gone onto the soft compound tyre. Very interesting strategy from Red Star. Let's also see what tyres the Audis have been put onto. Lance Joy has fitted the mediums, and Hajek has also fitted the mediums. So it seems like every team, or these teams, are keeping every driver on the exact same strategy. There you go, you can see that special Mexico livery. And Capitan Beau are now sharing, Capitan Beau and Dakar are now sharing the lead with each other, as Dakar goes into the pits.
Yep, there goes Dakar to the pitch, which means Capitan Beau is now
as
home
well
free.
as Kai Kara. Dakar has fitted the medium compound tyre. We're going to see what compound Kai Kara fits. If he's going to switch from medium to soft and hard, or hard perhaps. And he sticks with the medium compound. He gets a fresh set of medium compound tyres on. So if E-Spirit are going to reply to Ferrari, I believe they may be trying to push now really hard, as well as Golf and Greg is now also pitting. He is on mediums. What compound is he going to switch to? And he sticks with mediums as well. Here he goes then. We'll find out what position he falls back to. You can see members of his team around him. Capitan Beau now takes the fastest lap. I believe he's going to come out around Fernand. Here comes Fernand. And the Brandstar Panicuro is way ahead. He's only 16 seconds behind the lead.
He's going to have some fresh tires.
And see what position.
Oh, and he got on the softs as well.
Maybe waiting until there's only 10 laps remaining has actually done Padicuro some wonders. He's gotten a very fast pit stop. He's also gotten some very fast tyres.
He will still have to hold those tires for those 10 laps, even then. A little concerned about the strategies Lotus has been using. The fact that they're keeping Seva out there on hard tires from, I would only assume, the whole race, means they're starting to try and go for a risk versus reward.
Yeah,
so this is either going to go very well for them, or it's going to go terribly wrong.
Oh,
and there it is. Seems as though they weren't able to hold them as far as they could.
Yeah, I believe he must have started complaining on team radio, because if they did try and send him to the end on hards, that would have been absolutely absurd.
Oh, let's see if Patrick Crew, however, is able to hold those softs better than Kakari can hold his mediums. Because right now they're very close together.
The most likely tyres they're now going to put Sever onto is the red soft tyres, which is exactly what they do.
I would hope they do.
Paddy Kiro has not been able to take fastest lap, as he did not improve in the second or third sectors, and he hasn't improved on the first sector on this lap either. As Paddy Kiro seems to be doing a very good job at fending off Kai Kara. They're now lapping the back marker of Kulpagol as well.
Audi's pitting. Audi's pitting.
Audi's pitting again. Is that going to be Lance Droid? Is that going to be Dante Hajek? That's going to be Dante Hajek. That's a very interesting strategy. That's going to definitely put him out of the points. I'm going to see if he can gain them positions back up. I wonder if there was another issue with that car that they had to fix. Or
the other Audi's pitting too.
This is a 2-stop from Audi, even with a red flag period. I've never seen this before. This is very interesting.
Is Patrick Crew starting to feel wear in his tires, maybe?
I believe he may be feeling some wear. However, it does seem like he got a better exit out of the final corner, as he is catching up with the Red Star and the Ferrari as they go into turn 1.
I'm surprised this Red Star has been able to keep up so far. I'm surprised they haven't passed him by now. And here we go. Captain Bo and Dakar are about to cross the line in order to start the final lap of this race.
Project User now giving both of them drivers a very good slipstream. Just half a second separates these drivers. We cannot call the leader the winner of this race just yet. Dakar is getting slidey. Capitan Bo seems to be doing very well to keep him behind.
And there it is. Patrick Crew just got ahead of Kakara. If he can hold that for the rest of the lap, he'll be able to get that P3.
Paddy Kura and Kai Kara are neck and neck. Capitan Bo and Dakar are neck and neck. This is going to be a spectacular finish to this race, no matter who finishes on top. Personally, I want Capitan Bo to win. It'll be his first win.
Or
finishes Free Spirit this season.
It's going to be who finishes first or who finishes.
Yeah.
It'd be bad to have a last lap crash, but it is not out of the picture yet.
So, the gap is getting bigger between Capitan Bo and Dakar. The gap is getting bigger between Paddy Kura and Kai Kara. We're going to go on board with Capitan Bo as he now rounds the final sector. Dakar is going to try and push all he can. There's a McLaren going off at the back of the field. Dakar is going to try and claim another win, but it looks like it's going to be going to Capitan Bo. Who gets the better exit? It's going to be Capitan Bo. It's going to be close on the line.
He's definitely going to take it. There's no doubt about it. There
Capitan
it is.
Bo, he takes the win, and Dakar crashes out on the last lap. He's going to crash out in anger, but who can finish on top between Paddy Kura and Kai Kara? It looks as if it will be Paddy Kura. He's the first person to round to the final corner.
Kara takes a complete.
He hasn't made a mistake.
There it is. That's going to be Patrick Crew taking P3.
Well done to the Brad Star team. That's an E-Spirit on top for the first time in Season 3. With Capitan Bo, their brand new driver, and it's going to be a Ferrari of Dakar in P2 and a very well fought battle between P3 of Paddy Kuro and P4 of Kai Kara, but Paddy Kuro made it out on top and finishes P3. Still waiting for Dakar. I do have a slight inkling he may not be too happy with this result, but anyway, here is Dakar and Capitan Bo, who won with E-Spirit. The first win for that team this season. The third team this season to win a race. The third driver this season to win a race.